Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. Let's take a look at the headlines for today. Muscat's central market to be closed for 3 days. Donors can visit Oman's central blood bank during the movement ban. Study on accelerators of Oman's economic growth approved. International agencies maintain Oman's credit rating stability. Top US general in Afghanistan hands over command on exit. Top WHO scientist flags dangerous trend of mixing the COVID-19 vaccines. 54 killed in coronavirus ward fire in Iraq. Italy's football heroes return after Euro 2020 triumph. Gale storm helps West Indies register series clinching win over Australia. Those were the headlines. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with more stories.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to the Midday Update. Now let's take a look at the COVID-19 updates for today. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 37 new COVID-19 deaths, taking the total death toll to 3,472. The ministry has extended its deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. The Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 982 new COVID-19 cases, taking the total cases in the Sultanate to 287,054. The total number of recoveries now stand at 260,826. The ministry has urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. Now for the local stories. Muscat Municipality has announced the new working hours at the Muscat Central Market of Vegetables and Fruits for the period July 17 to July 29, 2021. It will be closed during Eid. In line with the decisions of the Supreme Committee to deal with COVID-19, Muscat Municipality would like to draw the attention of the honourable public that working hours in the Central Market of Vegetables and Fruits will be from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the period July 17 to July 29, 2021. The market will be closed during the first 3 days of Eid al-Adha and on Fridays, Muscat Municipality said in a statement. The municipality added that the entry of merchants will be from gate number 1, designated for the entry for trucks and vehicles of 3 tons and above, while the entry for shoppers will be from gate number 2, stressing that there are internal and external parking spaces available for market goers. The municipality urges all to adhere to the precautionary measures approved by the Supreme Committee. People wishing to donate blood will be permitted to go to the Central Blood Bank in Bosher during the movement ban. In view of the urgent need to continue to donate blood and its derivatives and to facilitate blood donors, coordination has been made between the Ministry of Health and the competent authorities to allow donors to go to blood banks during the movement ban, as the donor will be granted a temporary permit, the MOH said in a statement. MOH explained that the mechanism for obtaining a permit to donate blood at the Central Blood Bank in Bosher is as follows. Book an appointment to donate blood 2 days before the date you want to donate by sending the word permit via WhatsApp on 94555648. After the appointment reservation is confirmed, a copy of the permit will be sent via WhatsApp. The donor will receive the permit from the blood bank after donating. Blood donation timing at the Central Blood Bank in Bosher is from Saturday to Thursday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. The central blood bank will be closed on the first day of Eid al-Adha, the ministry added. The State Council on Monday approved a proposed study titled Accelerators of Growth of Omani Economy, presented by the Council's Economic Committee. The study was approved during a meeting of the 6th Plenary Specialized Committee held as part of the Council's second annual sitting of the 7th term. The meeting stressed the need to lay emphasis on the cited accelerators of economic growth at the macroeconomic level to ensure sustained growth of the volume of the local product in consummation of the government's efforts in this regard. The study aims to identify challenges posed to the development of the economy and focuses on the banking sector and the labor market in a manner that enhances the government's plans and maintains steady growth of the economy. The study also determines economic growth accelerators and enablers to be given priority due to their role in diversification seen within the context of the economic stimulus plan. Moody's has stayed Oman's past rating at BA3, a future outlook that proves the Sultanate stood the challenge of fluctuating oil prices' impact on its local economy, coupled with the hefty volume of current financial needs of the state budget. In a report it issued on Monday, Moody's referred to a 2.6% growth in the Sultanate's gross domestic product in 2021 and a projected 3.5% GDP growth in 2022, along with prospects of improvement in the state budget deficit from minus 8.1% in 2020 to minus 3.6% in 2021. The report also forecasts a decline in public debt to GDP by a difference of 10% over 2020, in addition to a decline in current account deficit to GDP from minus 3.4% in 2020 to minus 2.3% in 2021. International agencies have stayed the Sultan's creditworthiness since mid-2020, despite adverse external factors impacting the Sultan's economy. This proves the significance of financial measures and economic initiatives undertaken by the Sultanate, including the medium-term fiscal plan, which is from 2020 to 2024, which targets financial stability and the realization of fiscal surplus by 2025, besides cutting down public debt. Those are a few of the local stories for today. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be right back.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. General Austin Scott Miller officially relinquished command of U.S. troops in Afghanistan on Monday in a formal ceremony held at NATO's heavily fortified Resolute Support Mission headquarters in Kabul. Miller, a four-star general who has led U.S. troops in the country since 2018, handed over command to Marine General Frank McKenzie, the head of U.S. Central Command or CENTCOM. McKenzie, also a four-star general, will run U.S. operations from CENTCOM headquarters in Tampa, Florida. In that capacity, he will have the authority to conduct U.S. airstrikes until at least August 31st, when the last U.S. troops are scheduled to leave the country. The U.S. military's mission to protect its remaining diplomatic presence in the country, as well as defending Kabul's airport, will fall to a two-star admiral stationed in the capital. News of Miller's departure came as the militant Islamist Taliban continued to gain territory across Afghanistan. The group is thought to control more than one-third of the country, and it claims a far greater level of control. The Taliban has overrun a large number of rural areas of late, gaining control of strategic territory along Afghanistan's borders with Iran, Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. Though the US and NATO-funded Afghanistan National Defense and Security Forces have put up resistance at times, the military largely appears to be abandoning this fight. Miller's handover and his scheduled departure from Afghanistan later Monday are the latest steps in the final withdrawal of US troops from the country. Nicknamed the Forever War by some in the US, the conflict began when the US invaded Afghanistan on October 7, 2001, ostensibly to remove the Taliban from control after the group refused to hand over Osama bin Laden and other members of the Islamist terror outfit Al-Qaeda, which the US said was responsible for attacks on the US on September 11, 2001. The conflict went on to become the longest war in US history. Mixing and matching COVID-19 vaccines from different manufacturers is a dangerous trend and could lead to chaos as there is limited data on it on the practice, World Health Organization Chief Scientist Soumya Swaminathan said on Monday. On the question of booster shots, WHO chief scientist said it will be a chaotic situation in countries if citizens start deciding when they should be taking a second or a third or a fourth dose. She said 4 countries that have announced a booster program and a few more are thinking about it already. If 11 high and upper middle income countries decide to go for a booster for their populations or even the subgroups, this will require an additional 800 million doses of vaccine. Stressing on the need to prioritize vaccines, Swaminathan said there are still countries where the frontline and healthcare workers have not yet been vaccinated, and neither have the elderly and the vulnerable. The world has so far witnessed over 186 million cases and 4 million deaths due to the virus, according to the Johns Hopkins University data. The death toll from the fire at a COVID-19 hospital ward in Iraq's Nasiriyah has increased to 54, the health department of the southern province of Dhikar has said. The number of casualties from the fire at the Imam Hussein Hospital in Nasiriyah has reached 54, the health department said in a statement. According to preliminary information, the fire was caused by an oxygen tank explosion. The firemen have localized the conflagration. However, some coronavirus patients remain trapped in the hospital building. Those are the international stories. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the sports news.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
The Italian national soccer team returned home to a hero's welcome on Monday after beating England to win Euro 2020 at Wembley, plunging London into despair as Rome rejoiced. Giorgio Chiellini, the 36-year-old Italy captain, and coach Roberto Mancini lifted the trophy aloft after the team touched down in Rome with Azzurri fans chanting, "We're the champions of Europe." Thousands of fans packed Rome's sidewalks to wildly cheer as the national side toured the Italian capital in an open-top bus on Monday evening, crowning a day that saw them honored at the presidential palace and premier's office and cited by the Pope. The team and coaching staff joined Prime Minister Mario Draghi after a meeting with President Sergio Mattarella, who himself was at Wembley to watch Sunday's match. Italy recovered from conceding the quickest goal ever in a European Championship final after Luke Shaw scored for England with less than 3 minutes on the clock to equalize midway through the second half. They went on to defeat England 3-2 on penalties and prolong their opponent's 55-year wait for a second major title. For Italy, it was the second time they have been crowned European champions. The last time they lifted the trophy was in 1968. The latest success marks a remarkable turnaround after the team failed to even qualify for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. A vintage knock from Chris Gayle, aided with skipper Nicholas Pooran's calm approach, helped West Indies thrash Australia by 6 wickets in the third T20I on Monday. With this win, West Indies secured T20I series victory over Australia with 2 more games to go. A quality death bowling from West Indies had restricted Australia to 141 for 6 before the hosts chased down the total comfortably with 31 balls to spare. During the run chase, Gayle also became the first player to smash 14,000 runs in the shortest format of the game. Chasing 142, West Indies got off to a bad start as Mitchell Starc struck in the first over, dismissing Andre Fletcher for 4 runs. Lendl Simmons and Chris Gayle then stitched a 38-run stand for the second wicket before Riley Meredith removed the opener, reducing West Indies to 42 for 2 inside the power play. However, Gayle continued smashing the ball as he found his form to bring up his first T20I 50 since 2016. He smashed 3 consecutive sixes to get to his half-century. Meredith dismissed Gayle in the 12th over, but the damage was done as West Indies just needed 33 runs in 8 overs. Pooran and Andre Russell in the end guided the host to a series-clinching win over Australia in the 15th over. Those are the local, international and sports stories for today. We'll be back with Midday Update tomorrow at the same time, so stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.